You might be a homeschooler if the more popular something is, the lower you set your expectations.
Thanks for watching Blimey Cow. This episode is sponsored by Squarespace and made possible by viewers like you.
You might be a homeschooler if you remember the first time you said, "What the heck?" Oopsies.
You might be a homeschooler if you're one of the OG homeschoolers. As in, it's not Minecraft, it's Minesweeper or 3D Pinball Space Cadet. Those are the only two games your family had.
You might be a homeschooler if you wholeheartedly believe that the best superhero team-up was the League of Incredible Vegetables. Me, on the other hand, I was a big fan of Bible Man and Cypher.
You might be a homeschooler if you're the only one under 18 working the day shift at your job. Good luck to all the girls.
If you have never known how much eggs cost at the store.
If you hear about Neuralink and all you can think of is Novacom.
If you really tried to downplay the whole, evolution thing in Pokemon because you were afraid they wouldn't let you play it if they found out, you might be a homeschooler.
You might be a homeschooler if you and your siblings comprised at least 1/5 of your youth group, including your brother who's in college, technically, and he's still hanging out. Look, Greg, I know she's the senior, but it's weird.
You might be a homeschooler if you've ever had a really deep heart-to-heart with your friends while playing Among Us on Discord.
You might be a homeschooler if you have a 21 Pilots album memorized from beginning to end. I'll be praying for the people in your general vicinity.
You might be a homeschooler if you roll your eyes every single time you go through a school zone. Then you catch yourself and say, "Sorry, God, I'll be better."
You might be a homeschooler if the youth group retreat was the first time you'd ever been on a bus. Just kidding, your parents drove you. But that's basically a bus anyway, so.
If you were completely vindicated about the Lord of the Rings show, you tried to tell people!
If you've lost all faith in pop culture.
If your living room still has a collection of VHS tapes, you might be a homeschooler.
You might be a homeschooler if you remember what this thing is. Yes, it's exactly what it looks like.
You might be a homeschooler if you believe in miracles because your entire family gets to church on time every Sunday with only 1.5 bathrooms.
You might be a homeschooler if you are the designated board game teacher anytime your friends want to learn a new game because you've played them all.
You might be a homeschooler if you know the agony of waiting on a price check because the organic grass-fed milk was supposed to be on sale.
You might be a homeschooler if you only drink raw milk. Oh, and you know how to get it. It's for my cat.
If you've known how to budget since before you had a bank account.
If you don't have a bank account.
If you don't have a social security number, you might be a homeschooler.
You might be a homeschooler if one of your me characters was Jesus.
You might be a homeschooler if one of your me characters was me.
You might be a homeschooler if you know what cauliflower crust is.
You might be a homeschooler if you ever rode a roller coaster 5 times in a row and then tried to convince your mom that counted for 5 science lessons. Then, when you tried to ride it a 6th time and hurled your lunch, she agreed to let that count for biology. And then you asked if you could count that negotiation as an economics lesson, which you aren't even taking this year. So that's going to be for next year. You might be a homeschooler.
If you're wondering where Sarah and Kelly are, true fans know.
If you're excited for all the video content coming to homeschoolwithus.com in 2023.
If you're trying to get to know the father of your youth group crush because you know what's up.
If you're about to learn that you've been watching You Might Be a Homeschooler If for 10 years now. Yep, you might be a homeschooler. Homeschoolers are very driven people, it's proven. And driven people are who I want to talk to right now. Are you listening? Look, I know you have a project you're wanting to launch this year, okay? First things first, though, you need a website. Build it with the folks we use to build our sites, Squarespace. Squarespace makes everything so simple. Beautiful templates you can have up and running in minutes. Email marketing, video creation, site analytics, it's all 1 or 2 clicks away and easy to navigate. They have a template no matter what kind of site you want to create. They all look great and you can customize them to do whatever you want. It's time to finally build that website you've been putting off. If you want your own space on the web, do it with Squarespace. Head over to squarespace.com for a free trial, and then when you're ready to launch, go to our link squarespace.com/cow because there you're going to get 10% off of your first purchase of a website or domain. That's squarespace.com/cow. Do it.
You might be a homeschooler if you only stayed till the end because you know it's my time to shine. you might be a homeschooler if you're having a crisis of conscience because you give. Sorry, I don't even know where that was gonna end. It was so convincing. I was hoping something was going to come. It never came. That's how I have to. I have to just say it. Like I know exactly what's gonna happen. It didn't come to me that time.